Whoops, they dropped right when I said it.
There they go. Now they're displaying right. Have a nice little breeze from the southeast, building up with those little thunderheads.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
America, love it or leave it. That's
Trump
the way I say it.
2020.
That's right.
Trump 2020.
You know, sorry folks if you don't like it. That's just who we are. But anyway, if we had decent presidents, I don't care if they're from Democrat side, independent, or what. If they did the right thing, they'd have my blessings too. But
I agree.
just because of a so-called name being placed on there as a Republican, you know, turns a lot of people off. Well, tell you the truth, the values and stuff that Democrats are portraying, the leaders that you are trying, I'm not talking about individual Democrats like yourselves, I'm talking about the leaders that are Democrats at this point, have the wrong mindset, trying to destroy America. I don't understand it. Just wanted to throw it out there, you know, that I don't like to be political either. But I tell you, I want to get me a little stool.
Ooh, a soapbox, as they say.
That's right.
You gonna get up on your
I'm
soapbox?
gonna get up on my soapbox.
Let me get a chair to sit down so I can get your soapbox, cause I'm interested. Oh, let's see.
So, anyway, here's my soapbox I'm on. Old broken chair that Daisy and them used to steal from me all the time. But, you know, it's a sad state of affairs that we're in this day and time. You know, the situation with the police, it really tugs at me. I'm so glad that I retired after so many years with the force. And I tell you, it's just disgusts me what people are doing to try to destroy our civilization, trying to disband or defund police. That's just foolish. I mean, you know, in my heart, it saddens me to say this, because I was an officer for so long then, and I knew that it was immoral, unethical to want to basically disregard you, citizens, because what I mean by that is, you know, we went out there, we were away from our families. You know, my boys, I worked many nights and weekends and holidays and things like that, you know, through all the years, and I missed a lot of their stuff. You know, their mother had to pick up all the slack, and you know, she's to be commended for that, because she did a hell of a job.
She enjoyed it though.
Well, but it saddens me to say this. You know, right now, you know, they're contemplating blue flu. Back in the day, that was just a dirty word when you heard blue flu, because, you know, you thought, well, there's just a few out there that are disgruntled and want to do something like that. But this is nationwide. We're talking tens of thousands of police officers in the United States. And I would not blame them not one bit today for the way that they are being addressed and disrespected and abused and murdered themselves, beaten, crippled, you know, because they're out there trying to protect you, You, and I'm talking all of our viewers, I'm talking everybody in the United States, is what I'm saying. Y'all are the ones to have let down the police. It's you. Not this Black Lives Matter crap or Antifa. They're a small group of individuals that has the backing of the media to sit there and do this to these officers. And it did it to me in my heart, because I can't stand to see someone being wronged, whether you are a civilian, an officer, or what. I am the type of person that has to stand up. You know, I cannot sit by idly and allow people to get abused. I went through a lot in my time at the police force. You know, I'm not going to name names or anything. I'll just say this. There was a lot of corruption. Not just the police and different agencies around, because they were in all of them. All of them. Federal, all the way down to the constables. Okay? There's some corruption there. I wasn't all that angelic myself. I made mistakes. But I knew right from wrong, really, to know morally and ethically, I'm not going to go violate somebody's civil rights intentionally. If I violate their rights and I'm judged by my peers that I violated their rights, then I have to suffer the consequences. But you officers out there, if you hear me, I know you may not agree, some of you won't. I do not blame you to go out with the blue flu. Just refuse to work. Let the public have to deal with their own crap. That's the only way that these idiots are going to learn. And I'm including myself with everybody. When I say idiots, I'm talking about people that are allowing this to happen when you know you can stop it. You say, well, what can I do individually? I can't do anything individually other than express it, on YouTube. But by golly, when it comes down to voting, you guarantee it. I'm going to go there and I'm going to vote the people in that I know will do the right thing. I don't care if they're a Democrat. I don't care if they're Republican or Independent. When I look at that ballot, I look at that person. I don't even, this bull crap of straight line voting and all that is crap. You look at the individual, you look at their character, you look at their morals, you look at the way that they believe, then you vote that way. If you don't, it's your fault. And I still say it's your fault for what's happening with the police. Because if you get off of your butt and not be a social justice warrior or a keyboard warrior or anything like that, you need to get off your butt, physically go out, get others that are like-minded, do what these idiots are doing in these protests and stuff like that. Not the bad part of what they're doing. I'm saying you go forth and you do your civic duties, your rights, constitutional rights to be able to go out there and complain and make laws change and people change. But when you sit there and you allow this kind of stuff to go on, you're the blame. You have a whole lot more power than these idiots in the Black Lives Movement and the Antifa. They're nothing but socialist, communist people. Go back and study up on them, what their founders believe. They believe that they are the only ones that should exist. They don't believe that white lives matter. They don't believe that, brown lives or red lives or yellow or green. They don't care. They only care about themselves. And that's why they get by with it. And the media being their back pocket because it sells. But I guarantee you, if you get off your ass and you go out there and you protest the protesters and the rioters, and you make sure that your government, federal, state, local, you make sure that they enforce the rules. Don't make them up as you go because of some political crap. Seen too much of it. United States, God, I'm not going to preach to you, but I want to tell you that, the Bible to me has not been wrong yet. And God says that this is supposed to happen. He's going to allow it to happen because people have a free will. And in order for this chaos to ensue, He's going to allow it to happen in order for people to realize and come to grips that they're looking at everything the wrong way, and they should be looking back towards Him and correct their stupid, ignorant ways. God doesn't appreciate being mocked. And that's exactly what all of us are doing, because we allow this evilness. God said, you know what? In those latter days, this is what's going to happen. He says, I'm going to allow stuff to get so chaotic. People are going to lose their lives. I've not turned my back on you. He said, but I'm going to allow you the right. I'm going to allow you to make that choice. Do you want to follow this crap that's going on? Or do you want life to be better like it should have been, like it was created to be? You and only you can stand up and force the law to enforce the law. Your government officials to enforce, to make sure that the law gets done. Don't rewrite the law because of some political bullshit. Don't. It aggravates me. Officers, go home. Take care of your family. Nobody else is going to take care of your family. I know sometimes it's hard, because of, you need in the job and all, but what's more important at this point? Trying to serve a public and protect the public who despises you? It's hard to take sometimes, and I wouldn't blame you one bit for stepping down. Just let everybody have to handle their own mess. I guarantee you, your houses, my house, will be safe. We know how to keep ourselves safe. Otherwise, we would not have survived being a police officer. But the rest of you citizens out there, you better get your crap together. Because if God chooses to continue to let this occur, and you think it's bad now, you wait till the civil arrest gets ungodly and they start coming to your home and trying to take what's yours. And you're going to have to make a decision at that point, just like that officer had to do. I'm not talking about any of the other incidents. I'm talking about this one particular one where a taser was taken away from that officer and pointed at him and fired off at the officer. It doesn't matter. That individual, by doing that, put that officer's life on the line. No telling what citizen could have been endangered with all this that is occurring, because you think that the law is just going to let this idiot just walk away from that and, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have taken that taser away from that officer and hit him and all that stuff. I'm sorry. You think that's going to be forgiven? No. No. So, I'm not a judge. I'm not a juror. I have not investigated that. I've only seen a couple of little clips. I reserve my right to judge. I do know that according to Georgia law, he should not be charged. Now, whether he could have refrained from actually shooting is a different story. Like I said, as far as the officers, I would. I mean, if that's what it takes to make people realize that there needs to be law and order, whether you like it or not. God says that there should be order, and He had laws, okay? So that's what you need to do, is to take care of your family. If it means resigning, getting you another job, or just saying, I don't feel good. I cannot mentally go out there and work at this time. I have to have time off. Request your FMLA, or your family leave. It's hard to say. Request that. They have to keep your job by federal law. And then if you can't come back mentally, at least it gives you a chance to be able to be with your family, love your family, find yourself, renew yourself, and go ahead and make another decision in your life, whether you need the money. How are you going to make it? Today, it's going to be hard for anybody. Just take your leave. You have it, take it. Let the people deal with their issues themselves. They will learn real fast, and they will contact their superior or their governors and their mayors and stuff like that, and they'll get on their ass. They'll get people on the right track. When it starts affecting them personally, just like that one idiot that had all that stuff there in Seattle. I guess it was the mayor. The only thing I can say is, good, Antifa, you went after the idiots that put you there. You know? Talk about stupid people. Anyway, America, you need to get off your ass. You need to take control. Because if not, there's going to be a lot of dead people around, I tell you. You know? They come around and start messing with the wrong people, thinking that they can take over. People aren't going to take it. They're just going to blow them away. Who's going to come and arrest them? Surely not the officers. There won't be any law. So it'd be a free-for-all. And I guarantee you there's more of us than these fools out here that are causing the issues right now. You know? And God knows that Satan is doing this because the devil knows his last days are here, and he's going to wreak as much havoc as he could possibly wreak on society. And these idiots following him think they're going to have a good time. No, in the end, they're going to be so regretful. So regretful. You know, you say, well, there ain't no hell. Well, I tell you what, if you're without God for eternity, you're going to be in hell. I don't care if it's what people think it might be or not. If you're not going to be with God, you're going to be empty. You're going to be miserable the rest of your life. That's just the way it is. Eternity is a long time. So let me just reiterate. Get off your butts as citizens. Join forces. I'm not saying go out there with guns. I'm not saying going out there with anything other than approaching your government, approaching some people that are willing to talk. Don't go head to head with these fools unless they come to you. If they cross the street and come head to head with you, take them out. Just take them out. They have no business up in your face. Just take them out. Am I advocating hostility or anything like that? No. Just telling you like it is. You come into my face, you threaten me or my family, I'll take you out in a heartbeat. I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. That's for damn sure. You know, if people don't understand that, they're fools. So, let me just leave it with that. Doom and gloom, huh? It's just sad the state that we're in right now. So let's please somebody, all of us, need to stand up. I have a little bit of a platform that I can at least explain. It's sad. But contact your government officials. Lay the law down to them. Just put it down. It's what the citizens want. The will of the citizens is what will prevail. And if you don't want it, then sit back and let it happen. But if you want to make a change, get up and do something about it. Vote. Talk to your government. That's all I can say, I just pray to God that no one feels like they need to be somebody and confront me and my family. Because there won't be no get back issues, anything like that. You'd just be dead. I'll drop you right there. Simple as that. You know, it's just, people need to know. You mess with the wrong people, it's going to bite you. And right now you're messing with the police department, and it's really, really going to bite you. Guarantee you. So, y'all have a good day, all right?